Hey guys, this is Rene. Welcome back for another video on this channel, and today I want to talk about portfolio analysis and multi-strategy correlation. And this is a very important topic if you trade an account where you trade multiple strategies, or also actually if you trade different account with different strategies, because you want to know if these strategies correlate and how your portfolio would have developed, or how it would have looked in the last few weeks, years, if you traded all of these strategies. So I have this account here, which is my 50,000 euro account, where I trade a lot of different charts right now. And this account was in a big drawdown lately. Now it's doing way better. Today it looks like I make another 900 euro. But this is not what I want to talk about in this video. If you want to have another deep dive into the strategies and what strategy generated all of the profits in the last few days, then let me know in the comments. Today I want to look especially at the backtest of all of these strategies combined. And this is so important. So let me show you how this looks on my personal PC. So remember this view here, I have 12 different charts, so 12 different backtests, and I want to layer them on top of each other to see how it looks like. And if I now go to my PC, you know that one of the tests, this is for example the test for just the US 30, so the Dow Jones with the go long strategy, tested from 2013 to the current point in time, and it looks like this. But I have different other strategies, but I also trade the same strategies. For example, I trade the go long also in the German stock index and also in another US stock index. So these strategies are most likely highly correlated. And I have to figure out if this is a problem with the overall drawdown. So I created my own program for this, or my own feature in the Trade Buddy, which is my trading journal, which works kind of fine. But then in the last few weeks there were some changes, and the company Strategy Quant asked me if I want to partner with them. And after having a call with their staff and having a look at one or two of their programs, I am super happy that I am now partnered with them, because they provide tools for free, tick data download, for example, for MetaTrader 5, high quality backtest. And they also provide this quant analyzer, which you can also use for free in a standard version. And you can also go pro. So in this video, I will use the quant analyzer to have an analysis of all of my tests, but together. So it's such a great cool tool. So let me show how it works. So now, since I have this one backtest, what I can do here is I can go to backtest. I can right click, like you just do a normal backtest in the MetaTrader 5. Then you go to backtest, you right click, you go to report, you say HTML, and then you save the report somewhere. Let's say, for example, I save it to my desktop. And then this is the tester report. I save it here, and it will save a tester report of this specific backtest on my desktop. And yeah, this is how it looks like. It's just, it contains all of the trades and the performance pretty much. So if I now go back to my backtest, I will now find this report that I just saved here on my desktop. But I do not want to do it with this backtest, because I already did the tests here. In this folder, I did the tests already for all of my 12 different charts in the account, in the 50K account that I just showed you before. So all of these files contain the testing results from the MetaTrader 5 that I saved from the year 2013 to the end of last week pretty much. So from 2013 to end of April 2024. So I have a lot of trades here. And these are the trades that I will now analyze with my with a quant analyzer. And if you want to use the quant analyzer for your own analysis, I will have a link for the tool in the video description. As I said, the standard version is completely free, which is crazy. You can use it, you can try it out. And yeah, I'm a fan of this program. So here we go. This is the quant analyzer. And I gotta be honest, if you look at it for the first time, it looks a little bit raw, a little bit confusing, but this is, I think this is normal. This was also the case for me, but I will explain you how it works, and it's actually very, very simple. So the first thing I want to do here is load report up here in this toolbar. And then if I click on load report, it will open this directory or file chooser, and I can just, like, this is the, how do I say, the folder that I showed you before. Like here on my desktop, I go to live account 50K, I go to backtest, and these are the tests that I showed you before, all of these 12 tests. So I can just select all of them at the same time, click on OK, and then it will load all of these tests. Here you can make some more specific settings, but I will just skip this because for me it is not important this time. And this might be important if you also want to do some optimization of your strategies in the quant analyzer, and if you want to see, like, for example, I think like the equity drawdown, but in this video I won't go in detail. Here I just want to include all of these 12 backtests as they are as they came from the MetaTrader 5. And yeah, so let me make this full screen. Now you can see here at the bottom, I do have all of these tests, and they have the name of the files that are just included. So you can see the tests that I just did here in the MetaTrader 5 with this graph and everything. This is now also here, if I go to US 30, go long, if I double click this, here I have the equity chart in this program now. And you can see I now have all of the tests here. So I can just quickly jump around in these tests. Like, for example, I can see like DE40 go long, which is the same strategy but different symbol, and it looks like this. And I have the same strategy also in US Tech. So US Tech go long is the same strategy but a different symbol, and it looks like this. And this is super convenient to just jump around here in these tests. And I also have in the quant analyzer, I have all the trades. I do have an overview with the most important key figures. So I can see for every test what's the win-loss ratio, what's the profit factor, what's the overall profit, what's the drawdown, etc., etc. So I have a lot of key figures on numbers that I also see in the MetaTrader 5 here. But I also have some advanced numbers, and also I see a monthly performance report, which is really cool. And actually, I just realized that there are some months where this strategy seems to not trade, which is a bit weird. Okay, so I just looked this up and did some research for the missing trades here, or why we did not trade here in this specific strategy in this time period. We can also see it here in the equity chart, and it is a data problem. So somehow the Dukascopy data does not have this period, or no, this was not correct. The Dukascopy data has this period, but in this period we do not have the time during the day from 1 in the morning to I think 8 or 9 in the morning. So this is why we cannot open the go long trade in this period. Yeah, so this means like for this specific strategy, we do not have the trades there. I think it also affects the US tech market in this period. I don't know why the data is not there, but you can see for the other strategies, we do have the trades for the whole period pretty much. And yeah, this is US 30 again. But yeah, you can see I can just now easily go through the tests. And yeah, this is just a problem with the data, not with the quant analyzer. So let's have a look at the power that I have here now. As I said, I can have a look at all the key figures and everything. But the important thing is, or the most interesting key figures would be the correlation numbers, right? So what I can do is I can take, I can select all of these simple strategies now, or single tests, and I can click on create portfolio, and boom, it's done. So you can see now I have simple strategies and I have portfolios. And now I have portfolio name, which is something I can change. I can also modify here, 50K live account, all strategies, for example. So this is now my portfolio where I do have the total profit and the key figures or the numbers for all of these strategies combined. So this is so cool. So I can see the monthly performance that this portfolio would have generated. I can see the numbers, like in which month the profit or the loss would have been how big. I can see the overall yearly returns. Some years where 1 year was actually negative even. And I can see the list of all trades. So you can see all symbols are mixed up here. And I can see the equity chart, which is super cool because here I can see on one glance how it looks like and how big the drawdown actually would have been. And also the maximum drawdown, which is of course super, super important. So I can go here and say I want to have only the portfolio performance. I can go here and say I want to have only the sub-equities, so the single strategies. Or I can say I want to have like the combination or like every strategy on its own. But yeah, I have a lot of choices here. And at this point, I do not know all of the features of the Quant Analyzer because I'm not working with this tool for a very long time, but I just want to show you how it's done because it's so cool. And I can also filter for long trades, for short trades, etc., etc. I can say the x-axis should be time or trades. I think trades doesn't work in the portfolio mode, just for single strategies. And now I can also say I want to see the maximum drawdown here. So we can see the maximum drawdown was about 20,000 something, and I think we should also see it here in the overview. Yeah, the maximum drawdown was $26,000. I mean, in this case, it would be euro because my account is in euro. But yeah, this would have been the overall drawdown. This is very important for me to know because I don't want to have a fatal drawdown event. I mean, don't get me wrong. This can still happen in the future, of course, because we do not see the future. If the big stock markets drop like 50%, this would probably crash my account. But this is kind of the risk that I take, right? Then also we can see like the average return here in this line, and yeah. So I have just a lot of different functions here, functionalities, and also I can go to like the trade analysis where I can see again the profits by hour. This, for example, when most profits were generated, of course, a lot of profits were generated by the go long strategy. This is why the hour 1 o'clock in the morning is so strong, because US 30 and US Tech open the position at this hour. But yeah, you see, I just have a lot of options here to analyze. And also, yeah, I don't know, we see. Oh yeah, this is cool. We see the portfolio correlation, and this is also important because I can go here and say correlation by day, for example. Then I compute, and it will give me the correlation numbers for all of my strategies. So you can see, for example, here we have the US 30 go long on the y-axis, and on this x-axis we have US Tech go long. And the correlation is very, very high. So this was, of course, to be expected. And yeah, we see this pretty much everywhere where we see the US 30 and the US Tech, where they overlap or where we compare these two strategies. So it kind of means that there is a strong correlation, and this kind of makes sense, of course. And yeah, we can also see, I think, the overlapping trades. So just a lot of really important key figures that we need. We can also have the correlation by week. We can also have the correlation by month. And yeah, I had a look at this before, and mainly the correlation is very strong, of course, between the strategies where I trade the index CFDs and only go long. I mean, this is kind of obvious. Then also we can go for the open balance to take this into account, but for this I would have to include the data into the quant analyzer from the quant data manager. Then I could also have the open balance in this calculation to see the equity drawdown, not only the balance drawdown, but I didn't do this yet. So this is pretty much, these are the most important basic features, I would say, of the quant analyzer. And this is showing me that so far my portfolio, I mean, for me, this looks really, really fine. If it performs somewhat like this in the next 10 years, I will be super, super glad. And yeah, it's important to have this portfolio analysis, I think. And also, since like the next steps that I did when I used the quant analyzer for the first time to analyze my portfolio, I saw these high correlations. So what I did is I went back to the simple strategies and I created another portfolio. So for example, I select the US 30 go long, I select the US tech go long, and the DE40 go long. And then I create another portfolio. So I can have a second portfolio and I can say go long strategies, where I only have the go long strategies. So we can see here, this is the profit generated only from the go long strategies. And if we have a look at the equity graph, I mean, of course, we have the data problem like from 2015 to 2018. This is not really beautiful, but yeah, overall we can see, I mean, like, let's have a look at the years 2015 to 2018. I mean, if we have a look at just the plain data here, yeah, let me load it. I think these were not even like weak years. Oh, wait, I can't see the data. I should be able to see the data. Yes, I see the data. So you can see in these years, the indices, there were no major like super huge drawdowns or so. And the overall profit was kind of good in these years. So I assume that the performance would have been even better if I have these years. But I do not have these years, so I cannot really say a lot about this. But here we can see the overall correlation of just these three strategies. And we can see, of course, they are highly correlated. So there are very, very good periods. And there are, of course, also kind of bad periods. And this is why I have different other strategies in this portfolio. So I can have some more, some kind of like some more stability. Like, for example, if we compare these factors here or these numbers, we have, for example, this stability number, which is higher for the overall portfolio compared to the go long strategy only. We have the maximum drawdown, which is a lot smaller in the total 50K portfolio compared to the go long portfolio here. So we can see this seems to help that I have different strategies. Also, the drawdown before was like 26K, I think, in my big portfolio where I have the 12 trades, and here it's even over 30K in the portfolio where I only have the go long strategy. So having this diversification seems to really be beneficial for the overall account. And then if we do the portfolio analysis just for these three go long strategies, yeah, I mean, this is of course what you can expect. You see a really, really strong correlation between the US indexes or indices and a little bit weaker correlation between the German index and the US indices, but it's still not a super weak correlation. They are still highly correlated, I would say. So yeah, this is what I can do here. Also, I can do some more interesting stuff here. For example, I can go to the Monte Carlo analysis, and I'm not really like a super expert here on how this exactly works. I will have to get more knowledge about this, but you can see I can also do like this Monte Carlo analysis where I see different charts or like different scenarios just being calculated by the quant analyzer. Oh, it's not loading here. I think it needs some time to load the Monte Carlo chart. Oh, there it was. Yeah, so you can see there are different scenarios, but overall, it looks kind of fine. Risk of ruin is very low, even though you should still always be very, very careful, because there's always a risk of ruin. If you just use historical data that has been profitable, I mean, of course, it doesn't show that the systems can fail, but in the future, there are always events that have never been or that have never happened in the past, so you should always be careful and do not over leverage your account. Then also, one last thing I want to show you is, because in my account here, and let me show you this one more time. Let me go to my server one more time. I did another video before where I showed that my account was in a very big drawdown already in this. I'm even making more profits as I talk. But this account, if I show you the history, it was in a kind of big drawdown already. I just traded this account for a little bit over 1 month, I think. And there was a very bad period at around here where I lost like 6K from my starting deposit. So there was a kind of huge drawdown. So I was a little bit concerned if this is the new normal and if I have to deal with these big drawdowns, if they are normal, if they are also in the backtest, etc., etc. So what I can do now is I can go to the quant analyzer again and, let me look at the starting history starting point here. So I trade this account from the 21st of March 2024, which is, as I said, 1.5 months. So 21st of 2024. So I can go here, and I already did this pre-selection here pretty much. I can take trades only from the 21st of 21st March 2024 to the end of my testing period here. And I can now say here, create what if alternative, and where is it giving me the results? I think it did this now. Where I think I have to do it for the portfolio. So I go to my 50K portfolio, select this, and now create what if alternative. Okay, sorry. It is creating the file down here. So this is the what if for the 50K live account, and we can clearly see that this was not very great. So we can see also here, we can see if I go to analyze, this is the what if 50K, and here we can see this was not doing great in the testing also. So we can see also the backtests show the 6K drawdown. So it is somewhat in line with my live trading results. And this, again, just gives me a little bit of peace of mind, I would say, if I see that also in the testing environment, I have the same results or very similar results compared to my actual live account, which just gives me more trust in the actual testing results. But so I don't want to confuse you too much with the quant analyzer. I'm still confused myself sometimes because there are so many options here, so many features, and I don't really know all of them yet. But I just wanted to show you, like, in general, how the portfolio of these 12 different charts, having like, I think 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know, different strategies would have performed in the last years if the results would have been as in the tester. But the first comparison of live and testing results has shown that it could be very, very similar, in fact. So I hope you like this little overview. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. And also, if you want to use the quant analyzer, it's a tool that was created in the last over 10 years by my new partner, Strategy Quant. And I'm super happy that you can now also use these tools. And this is, again, a tool that they give out for free in the standard version. So check out the links that I post in the description of this video, and also I think I can pin a comment below this video, so you can use the quant analyzer for free. And if you like it and want all the pro features, you can also, of course, purchase a pro license. I think it's just a super, super great tool, and you know me, I only recommend tools that I really think are beneficial and that I use for myself. So this was the portfolio analysis of my 50K account. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Have a great time. Good trades. Bye-bye.